Well, are we ready to welcome our next guest speaker? He is the owner and CEO of Amir Group Organizational Development. He is an organizational consultant and a management change leader who works regularly globally across 40 countries. His global experiences have led him to gain a deep understanding of cultural and business diversity. As a consultant, he was commissioned by YPO to develop and run successful chapter development and Renaissance programs all over the world. His program, The Hero Is You, on parent-child relationships, won the 2011 YPO Best of the Best Award and won the Israeli YPO chapter's Best Program of the Year award. Dr. Kfir also occupied a leading role in the creation of the Peace Action Network Forum methodology. He has been the facilitator of peace action forums around the world between Israelis and Palestinians, Greeks and Turks, Armenians and Turks, as well as Jews and Muslims. He has run forum training programs, moderator training programs, management retreats, and team building seminars for over 10 years. Can we have Dr. Amir logged in, please? Hello, Dr. Amir. How are you doing?
Hi, guys. Very happy to see you all and very excited for you to start what most people that come into the organizations that have been described, be it YPO, EO, would argue with no doubt in their exit interview when they're being asked what's the biggest value that they got. Over 90% of them will say forum. So you say, what's the big deal? I mean, you've been part of an organization that gave you an opportunity to meet the prime minister in a private setting in the Museum of Natural Art that was open with dancers coming from the ceiling and with a royal meeting with a Michelin one-star chef and all those kind of things. And yet all of you seem to say that forum is the biggest return on your time and the biggest value. So the question is, what is it? What is it about this process that makes it so unique? And so people tell you stories and they say, forum saved my marriage. Forum saved my relationship with my kids. Forum has been absolutely instrumental in my business success. I attribute a great deal of the hurdles that I had to come forward to and the way that I have been dealing with them, thanks to that group of people that had this very powerful and unique relationship that we watch each other's back. We took care of each other. Very similar to what people will say in military units when they'll say to someone, with you, my friend, I will go to battle. And what they mean is, I trust you. I trust you. I can turn my back to you and I know that you will watch my back. But not only that, I respect your professionalism and I know that from you I can learn things because you are different from me and you don't have an interest in my subject matter to the point where that will lead what you say. Free of that, I'm going to get some very valuable input. That is the nature of this group. As a matter of fact, this group started with a young man that inherited a business because his dad died when he was 27 years old, and he put an ad in the paper and he said, all those that feel a bit lost inheriting a business, please meet me at the Waldorf Astoria. This is 1958, I believe. And 6 people appear and they start talking. How do you deal with that family board above you and your uncle who seems to be always so negative because he never really got the control of the business because your dad got it, even though he wasn't the oldest, but he was the smartest? And how do you deal with the fact that your kids are growing up in an environment where there's so much wealth and make sure that they don't end up growing spoiled brats? How do you deal with the inheritance tax and so on and so forth? So much how you are and the stories that they heard without anybody really telling each other directly, here's what you need to do, made this very, very powerful organization that it is, because it's lonely at the top. Who do you talk to? The board of directors is expecting that you will bring leadership and clarity and strategy and determination and focus and growth. The executive committee is looking for hope and leadership and commitment. And where is it that you go that you speak to people and that you are able to say honestly, in a very vulnerable way, guys, I don't know what to do. And know that this group will never use that against you. This is the fundamental relationship that builds these groups. A peer group that takes care of each other.